Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Spotless Minds podcast. It's your host Olivia Jonelle, and I am with the beautiful Sophia Naina.
Yeah.
Sophia Naina. This is my first time meeting Sophia, and so I'm really excited about this conversation because not only are you beautiful and you're matching my vibe, okay, like the makeup is literally the
orange,
same.
yeah.
But I'm excited to meet somebody new. So I hear that you're in music. Why don't you just introduce yourself and let people know who you are? Let me know who you are.
Well, hi, my name's Sophia Naina. I'm an artist. I am from the east of Atlanta. I make music. I make really good music.
Really R&B music?
I make pop R&B music. Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been making music?
I've been making music all my life. Yeah.
Like literally since baby?
Like when I was younger, the first thing I ever sang was Brandy from Cinderella. Yeah, I used to sing stuff like that to my mom, so.
I love that. Where are you from?
I'm Nigerian. I was born in Ohio. I moved to Atlanta when I was 13, but I bounced around like all my life before that, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been to Nigeria?
I have not been to Nigeria yet.
Okay.
I'm pacing myself on that. I'll go.
Okay, I have been.
Okay.
It's amazing.
I'm happy you liked it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your life thus far. Like, we know you make music, but are you in a relationship? Are you single? You living out here in Atlanta? Like, what's the tea? Like, what have you been up to outside of music?
I'm focused. I'm very focused. It's music. I'm a photographer, a creative director as well. Just getting my shit together. Can I cuss? Mm-hmm. Getting my shit together, keeping my shit together, and growing more of my shit. So,
wait, if you don't mind me asking, what's your age?
26.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm 27.
Okay.
So I understand what you mean by getting your shit together because, girl.
Yeah.
Life. Which is like another reason why I started this podcast, because I wanted girls like us to be able to have a dialogue of how we are getting our shit together, staying beautiful in the process, like combating all the generational curses. I don't know about your family, but girl. And it's been definitely challenging stepping out of that mindset of being younger and wanting to party and drink and smoke and hang out all the time to now, like, I literally woke up, I think it was at 27, was like, girl, what are you doing?
Mine is opposite. I think I've been so disciplined all my life, or just so work focused and goal oriented, and I'm like, okay, I have to breathe. So I go out a lot. I shake my ass a lot.
You're like opposite. You're like,
not even no, but not fully. Like when I say no, I go out, I enjoy myself, but I'm intentional with like where I go out, the spaces I go out, or I network. And there's like a lot of work that goes on in my life as far as working to survive, like just your regular 9 to 5, and then also the work that you do for your business, and then also being an artist. It's so much work. So it's work. And I'm like, I don't play enough. I need to enjoy myself more. I need to relax more. And, I drink a little, I smoke a little.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. I enjoy myself. I do whatever I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's been your regimen for your, I guess, self-care now that you're like, okay, I need to put me first a little bit more? What have you been doing to do that?
My self-care regimen is, I make sure all my ducks are in a row. It's easier, like, just getting off of procrastination. Like, when something pops up in your mind, just do it, because holding yourself accountable is self-care. Another thing, like, I'm babying myself. First thing I do in the morning is, like, if I get up and I feel stuck, I take a shower. In my shower, like I have like probably 3 different types of body washes. I love exfoliating. I love.
Go ahead and name them body washes.
Oh, and it's not even like brand,
Okay.
like big brands or whatever, but I'll probably have like a sensitive skin. Actually, I have 4. I have a feminine wash. I have a sensitive skin wash. I have something that's like, sweet to your skin, smells really good. And then I have an exfoliator. Face care, your hyaluronic acid, that's really great for your skin. Vitamin C serums. Hygiene. What else? Like I food prep. That helps me get through weeks easier. Not overspending, not under eating or overeating, eating the wrong things. I love to stretch. I love to dance. And all those things just make me a better artist, makes me a better businesswoman, it makes me a better individual. Mm-hmm. Self-care for me is also talking to my friends. I have to reach out. I've spent a lot of time by myself in my life, and I solve a lot of things by myself, but there's so much wisdom and so much love, it's so much motivation and inspiration in talking to people that, you choose them in your life for a reason. They serve a purpose, and their purpose is, like what path are you going? Where can they push you? Where can they direct you? There's more to my self-care, but I think that's my core.
So we got the showers, we got the working out, the dancing, making sure you're talking to your friends.
Being a creative, big inner child energy too. You had to do what you did. Like everything that I enjoy now is what I enjoyed like up to middle school. Just feeding yourself content that mirrors you, like not trying to be like everybody else. For me, the singing, the dancing, gymnastics, I like stretching myself, like I like pushing myself hard. So just stuff like that. Yeah.
Did you do gymnastics growing up?
I did gymnastics. I did ballet when I grew up. So I ice skated for a little bit. I did a lot.
Oh, I did gymnastics too.
I didn't stick to it for a long time.
Me either. I hated that, like, because I came from cheerleading, so I hated that.
I tried that. It didn't work out.
Why?
It wasn't. Oh. It just wasn't.
What was your sport then? Like, what's the one?
I played volleyball. Volleyball stuck, but I kind of, everything I just dibbled and dabbled in, but I still can do pretty good if I went back to it, yeah.
Do you find yourself doing that a lot, like being a multitasker? Like,
a multifaceted.
Or multifaceted.
I did photography and I was great at it, and I just stopped. Photography was interesting for me because as an artist, you kind of serve people in a way, and it's just like you have to figure out the balance, like kind of like not an ego thing, but just pride a little bit. Like how much do you want to serve people? It's like a healthy balance. But creative direction is always something for me. I'm always prop shopping. I have like a gallery in my house. So I'm always trying to put something together or build. So a lot of my talents or skills, my multifacetedness, they're things that I genuinely enjoy. Sometimes there's seasons where it means more to me than other things do. Music is always number one to me, but sometimes I might just have to stop trying to record and come up with music and go into directing for other people, and that might motivate me or push me into creating for myself. So everything, it's all full circle. I remember there was a time where I wasn't making music and I was just dancing. I would just go home and dance. Like I have a pole in my house. I would be stretching. I'm into ballroom as well. And that's all I did. And then I came back to music and I'm a better performer than I've ever been. But I've always danced and I just didn't do it for a long time. So.
Okay, so you are performing on like stages and stuff now.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, can you tell me what a day in like that world will be like? Like you have a show.
Yeah.
Waking up, like how does that day go for you?
I think it's not like a big thing like I want it to be, but as of late, like when I perform, I just try to take everything off my plate. I don't try to go outside too much or say I'm going to do something in the morning, then I'm going to do my show. I'll literally just relax. I do vocal exercise. I do stretch. because of the way I perform, like I'm a dancer, I move. So I don't have like choreography or whole routines just yet, but I move around enough for where I need to be loose. Self-care, skin, shower, and probably say if I perform at 10 o'clock at night, I might start getting ready at 5. I always pre-prep my outfits. Like it's June now, so I have 4 shows this month. And I've already prepped my outfits. I'm constantly warming up my vocals. So, when it's time to just pop up and sing, I could do it at any moment. Just dancing, keeping myself less stressed, happy.
And then you just go out there and you just do it.
Yeah.
Do you have that like Sasha Fierce kind of thing going on too?
Yeah.
Okay. Alter ego.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Okay. So I was trying to touch into a little bit of the tea of your dating life.
Okay.
You're here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I would like to date, but I'm about my business. I'm about my future.
Okay.
I don't play, and I feel like a lot of these boys do. So I mind my business until the right one is worth, opening up to whatever. Yeah. I just be chilling. I enjoy myself so much. I really do enjoy myself. I love my friends so much. Friendship doesn't replace a relationship, but I think a relationship is a friendship, and my friends are just so amazing to me that I don't really feel any voids. Like maybe when I want to be touched or whatever, but I get everything I need in friendship, really, and I get enough from myself too.
Okay, I like that. Tell me what you're doing as far as keeping your mental right.
Well, for one, I'm in therapy.
Okay.
I'm in therapy. I love my therapist. But even like when I don't have her, I journal a lot. I am a person that thinks a lot. So I have to unravel my thoughts. I have to develop my thoughts. Like one thing I've been targeting is like my anxiety lately. Thought I suffered from severe depression, and I realized it wasn't depression. It was like a freeze response to anxiety, because I would deal with difficult things, and I thought if I didn't think about them and just move past them, then I'd be okay. And I'm learning like you have to unravel, you have to get to the bottom of it, and a lot of it is just fear. So just being real with myself. I tell myself where I need to grow, what I need to do, what my next steps are.
I like that you brought up the unraveling, because I've been doing that a lot, especially a lot recently, with just like, we're just like, where am I? Like, what am I doing? How am I showing up for myself, for other people? What is your process in holding yourself accountable on that path? So like, my question is, how are you, every day you wake up, are you structuring it weekly with your, is your therapist helping you with that? Like, how do you,
my therapist,
okay, here's how we're moving.
Yeah. She's a great therapist, and I think that's my issue, because I'm like, how am I moving? And I'm not enjoying enough moments. I'm a person that overplans, and I overplan so much because I just write things down. I'm like, I want it this way, I want it this way, last detail. And then I realize, okay, things are not getting done. And it's kind of that unraveling that needs to take place. And as of late, I relax a lot more. I take a lot more naps. I hang out with friends a lot more. And what happens is I get inspired. I had this talk with a friend earlier. We're also working on a podcast together. We create content together and everything. And my thing is that I've always been in the industry, or aspired to be in the industry. And her thing is that she hasn't been in the industry, but she wants to do things. And she's like, I need to discipline myself. And I told her, I was like, please don't focus on the discipline part so much, because I focused on discipline so much, and discipline made me a robot. It made me not enjoy life so much. But I told her, focus on being creative, flex your creative muscle. That's what I say. You need to focus on, what inspires you, what kind of things you're feeding yourself. Are you doing the things that you like? Are you transmuting? Are you taking, if you want to be in a personality or be in media, but, you have this personality, are you stepping out? Are you putting on those outfits? Are you getting in front of the camera? Are you challenging yourself? And that's what I've had to challenge myself with, because I'm like, I want to be an artist. I know I'm talented. I know I can sing. I know, I feel like I deserve to be famous, but I'm like, what's my work ethic like? And why is my work ethic not there? And you just have to create a lifestyle that aligns with what you're trying to do. Because if I'm aspiring to be an artist and I'm not flexing my creative muscle, if I'm not really creating, or if I'm just looking at things on paper, writing them down on paper, but I'm not bringing them to life, then art isn't being expressed. Me aspiring is being expressed. And that's what I was expressing a lot of time. That I want to be an artist, but not that I am an artist.
I think that I agree when you said that not to always focus on the discipline, but the discipline, I guess it's like kind of boxes in my head.
Yeah.
Like, the discipline is important because the discipline goes back to the drinking, the smoking, the partying. This is stuff that I've struggled with.
Oh, yeah.
The drinking, the drinking, smoking, partying, and like eating better too, because those all affect your mental. So you can be creating content, but you're not creating the best content you can create because you're sluggish, because you eat like crap, so you don't look good, you don't feel good, your skin's breaking out. And so it is a level of discipline, of controlling you, I guess, to move in your perfect robot form, I suppose.
See, and that's why I don't even like the word control. And then even in robot form, I'm a person that does have OCD, so I understand being organized and everything. But let's see, or I say focus on, because I know you said a lot of negative stuff, right? You said eating bad, breaking out, all that, right? And that is like a bad side of it. But all I say is what I want to do, what I want to be better at. I don't focus on the fact that my skin is bad. I just want my skin to be good. Or I don't focus on that I've been lazy or sluggish. I'm like, I want to be more active. That's just how I look at it. And when I say like the discipline comes after, because it's like wanting to run a business, right? And say you want a flower business, and you're like, I don't want weeds in my garden. I don't want my business to not be profitable. You're not affirming yourself, because affirmations don't even involve the negative stuff. It's only the positive stuff. And I get you have to be cautious and whatever, but for me, when I drink, let's say, like, I don't drink too much, I don't go out too much or anything, but say if I'm in a season where I don't need to be outside as much, instead of not going outside, I just go outside when I feel it's valuable. I go outside when I need to breathe. So I don't say, I don't need to be outside. But when somebody does ask me outside, no, I don't even have to explain it. Just nah, not today. I'm okay. And I'll mind my business. And the discipline is right there. The discipline, your path, what you aspire to, the goals that you set lead you. And that comes from your creativity. Everybody's creative, even like entrepreneurs that deal strictly with numbers. Like, you have to feel, everybody has their own path. So you have to figure out your path, and that's a creative thing. And while I'm walking on my path, I don't say, I don't want to kick any rocks, or I don't want to stumble upon this. I'm like, I just want to be where I'm at. And
well, I want you to speak to the person that is going through those things, though. Like, even,
let it flow.
Even though you're saying, for me, I hear you saying, just let it flow, just let it. But like, when you're stuck in this cycle, of, okay, so like you're like, okay, you're speaking positive. I want to be this great podcaster, R&B singer, all this stuff. But you find yourself waking up every day, and you immediately, let's say for people who smoke, you immediately get high. And you're speaking these positive things, but as you're just flowing, you're doing all the things you shouldn't be doing.
Oh, no. I'm literally saying flow into what you're supposed to do.
No, I said I want you to speak to the person that is in that
Yeah.
cycle and is trying to get out of it
Mm-hmm.
and not sure really how
Yeah.
to. How'd you get to this? Because it seems like you have now mastered that, like,
Yeah.
I know where I'm going towards and I know when I'm flowing and when I'm not.
One thing I've realized about life is, like, you know how you hear statements or sayings like treat people how you want to be treated? Mm-hmm. They mean so much more, like, as an adult, like, or what you reap is what you sow. So if you're, because I don't have, like, okay, so I don't really smoke weed. I'm a social smoker, but if I have my own weed, I will smoke too much.
Yes,
You know?
girl.
So I don't smoke. Look, I smoke with my friends. I don't even focus on the fact that I don't smoke at home because it's just not even there. So, I mean, if you have a bad habit, then drop it. When you think about, you know, the consequences of the things that you're doing, just think about your purpose or what you're supposed to be doing. And that's where I say don't focus on the negative. I mean, I know it sounds weird or like you're just lollygagging through life or whatever, but when I was stuck, I think I put so much pressure on myself trying to get unstuck that I became so organized and so pragmatic, or I became so solution based that I wasn't even in the process. I smoke, but I allowed myself to smoke when I felt like I needed to smoke. When I need a drink, like, I even have acid reflux, you know, but when I need a drink, when I want some wine, I don't have it at my house like that. But when I feel like I need to, then I'll probably go out and get it. If I'm stuck, like I said, like when I wake up some days, I was stuck in my head. And I was like, well, you need to journal every morning. And I journaled every morning and I just laid back in bed. But I was journaling, but I'm like, okay, well, what's next? Literally just getting up, not focusing on the fact that I'm getting down or trying to focus on the negative. It's like, what do you need to do? Let me stop sitting here, because if I'm holed up, I can't get up. Oh, well, I'm just here and I need to work on getting unstuck. You're saying unstuck. You're saying stuck, 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 stuck. Don't even say unstuck. I need to get up. I need to get up. That's it.
Just get up.
You need to get up. You need to handle your business. And I know that sounds insensitive, but sometimes we coddle ourselves too much. Like, feel what you need to feel. Sometimes when I say flow, if I have today is June 2023, and in 6 months, I want this project done, but I know I'm not in the mental space to do that, push the project back. Push it back. Push it back to next year. Time flows. It's flowing. Because if you rush it and you put yourself to finish this project and you're not even in the state to really even do it, sometimes we'll be trying to focus on getting this done or working on our discipline. We need to work on ourselves. You need to work on getting in touch with yourselves. There's some seasons where I feel like I should have had this music should have been out. I should have hit this deadline. If I should have, could have, I couldn't at the time. Sometimes it's comparative too. When you set deadlines for yourself and you say, I need to move at this pace, where is that pace really coming from? Because you don't know your own pace unless you're referencing, comparing, or at least doing your research and taking something from someone or somewhere else saying, I need to move like this. You need to move like you. You need to move what you feel. And it's literally a flow. Like, there was time where I felt like I was supposed to be putting out music and I kept pushing it back and kept pushing it back. And I'm so strong of a person. Like, we didn't even start off the interview saying this, but 2022, somebody shot at me right after I put out a song.
Wait.
Somebody shot at me.
What you mean?
Somebody shot at me. My car didn't have a window for a while. I literally dropped a song. I was performing so many shows, went to Savannah, opened up for a bigger artist, came back to Atlanta, did a jam session, and then went to work. The next morning, somebody shot at me. And you know what I did?
Just randomly?
I don't know if it was random. I don't even go through the details of it, but
wow.
Somebody shot at me, and I tried to push through, and I was like, well, we want to meet this deadline. We need to be this disciplined. We need to do X, Y, and Z, right? And I kept performing. I kept going to shows, and I was angry. I was sad. I was hurt, and I would put all that in my performances, and I would do great. But I was feeling empty, and I'm like, I need to get in touch with myself, because the song Tension that's the song I released, called Tension. It was such a passionate song, but I was lacking passion. I felt so dead inside. And this is June 2023. I stopped performing for about like 6-7 months. Haven't promoted my stuff, and I felt bad about that every single day. And I wasn't even working for. There was 3 months where I really wasn't even working like that, and I was really just in survival mode. Just, I have to get up and do this, rushing. I need to do this. I need to. And you know what? I got a job that's such a great job. And I felt I still do feel stuck at this job. But at the end of the day, the job provided me with so much peace. And sometimes you need to be okay with being still. Because what does the Bible say? Peace, be still. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. Before you do anything else, seek ye first the kingdom of God. That's your peace. So when I say, like, just be okay with being still, even if I'm that person that's stuck smoking, smoking isn't that good for you, right? But you have to pay attention to how you feel. Because when I was smoking, I was getting paranoid. I was like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. Right. I need to focus on my peace. I'm not focused on the weed. But when I do want to smoke, I am going to smoke. I'm going to smoke a little bit. I'm like a person that'll probably hit the blunt 3 times and just put it down. And I know, like, that's all I needed. But yeah, I just really like to be at peace, because from peace you grow.
Sheesh. What? That was the 30-minute mark?
It was just 26 minutes. I just didn't want to stop while y'all was having a conversation.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So. Ooh. Okay. All right. So, what's been something you have been working on with your health?
With my health?
Yeah.
Taking care of myself. So I think, like, once you hit that 25-year-old mark,
girl,
you start realizing everything that's wrong with you. I ate some berries, and I've always been slightly allergic to fresh fruit. When I tell you my lips broke out and my throat was swollen for like probably a week, and I was like, oh, I'll be okay, and I kept eating the berries because it's just never been that bad. But I only said to say I never like really carried around allergy pills with me. Allergy pills. I have acid reflux. I need to take my acid reflux meds. Like, take your vitamins. I have like low iron and then vitamin D deficiency. And that also feeds into depression sometimes, like, and anxiety. You feel empty, you feel drained, you feel sluggish and tired and stuff. And I remember I went to my doctor, and they're like, you still have the vitamin D pills, right? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, you need to go outside, right? And I was like, oh. Because going outside activates your vitamin D. So you have to pay attention to, like, that's my set of ailments, The next person could have something else wrong with them, but you have to listen to your body and respond to it. Also, your diet, the things that you eat.
What have you been? Are you vegetarian?
I'm not vegetarian. I'm not vegan. I eat. I have seasons where I go crazy on a steak. Don't let me have a man, because he gonna buy me steak. I'm gonna buy myself steak.
Like, I need to go to a steakhouse, babe.
Oh, yeah. Right. I love steak. But I know how heavy I feel when I eat too much steak, but I'll still do it. But how do I eat? I eat whatever, honestly. I am 140 pounds right now. I got to 140 earlier this year, and I hated it. These same pants I wore when I was 140, and I couldn't fit them. So I had to lose weight and regain it in a healthier way. So meal prep is important to me. I cook about 2-3 meals at the beginning of a week, and I stretch it out. Less fast food, less greasy food. But I do know when I feel like I need a snack, when I need my comfort foods, I'm going to eat my cinnamon rolls. I'm Nigerian. I have a favorite Nigerian restaurant that I go to, and I'll get my ogbono stew. And that's a lot of palm oil and a lot of salt and a lot of beef. And I'm going to eat it still, because that's what I felt like I needed at that moment. So I really just go with the flow. But the focus is overall to just eat better and just be an overall better health. Pay attention to what I need to. But if I have a day where I need to smoke, or I need to drink, or I need to eat just a little sloppy, no, I'm gonna do it because I like to be happy. It makes me happy sometimes. You might need that little sugar rush.
No, I feel you. I feel you. Okay. Generational curses. Do you want to speak on some of yours and what maybe like preventative things? Like one of my big ones in my family is obesity. And so it's super important for me to stay on top of working out, but also like stop eating what my family grew me up on eating.
Yeah.
And changing our, so I eat a lot of Nigerian food too, so I already know it can have you thick.
Hey.
So another one of the things in my family is fibroids. A lot of the women have had fibroids and have had to have hysterectomies.
Yeah.
And so not eating cheese and dairy, that stuff is the stuff that causes the tumors. What have you been doing, I guess, for your bloodline and for, you do want kids?
I want kids, yeah. So what you said, they're generational curses, but that's natural. This is America, we call it obesity. If you go to Nigeria, Africa, it's a standard everywhere. And I understand it's like health that's associated with it, but it's also how you view it. I was chubbier when I was younger, and my mom wanted me to lose weight. And it got to the point where I realized my whole life I hadn't eaten healthy. I wasn't eating whole meals. I'm 26, and this is the first time in my life where I'm really eating the way that I need to eat. Also fibroids, I don't deal with fibroids, but I have cysts here and there, and they're not curses. That's like, I feel like it's nature, it's natural. I have a cat at home, and things about cats is that cats, if you don't get them fixed, then they have like ovarian cancer, I think, but that's nature. That's a cat in a household. So just imagine all the little cats outside that haven't been fixed, and they have their whatever. It's all about how you frame it, and if you want to be healthy, if you don't. Also, another thing about weight, I forgot where I was listening to this, but a lot of people aspire to be smaller, and it's funny because a lot of small women want to be thick, and that's not even in your genetic makeup. But at some point you realize like healthy is just what you are. Healthy is you in your state. Like if we eat the same thing, we decide to go on the same health plan, like just factor out all the let's say allergies and what reacts poorly in our stomach, right? Our bodies are going to look different, and you just have to appreciate the body you have, and you have to learn how to take care of it. And also with me having cysts, certain foods trigger me, and I can look at it like it's a curse. They're annoying, the cysts are, but it's a part of my body. And even if it's a foreign object growing in it, and I can say like, even if I found out that I had cancer, I know it's like I haven't been there, but it's not something that just happens to you. We have a set of genes, and if my genetic makeup says, okay, eventually down the line she's going to have cancer, it's not really foreign to your body. It's something your body develops. So it's like, how are you going to treat it? You have to treat yourself. You have to treat your body, and whatever treatment works best for you. But I just like not to look at anything negative, because I definitely have learned to accept a lot of things about myself. And instead of trying to get rid of them or making them bad things, how do I manage this? How do I treat this in a way where I feel okay with myself, where I don't wake up and see weight on myself and like, oh my gosh, I need to get rid of this. And I know I'm small, so it may seem like whatever, but like I remember the last time I performed, I had not performed in a long time because I just took a break. And I looked good or whatever, but I looked at myself on stage and I was like, dang girl, you out of breath. You don't look happy on stage. Everybody's cheering for you, because I get down, but I know I can do better. So how do I do better? And I'm like, okay, that was when I lost weight and then regained it eating healthier. But all I did was just discipline myself, and I don't know. just love every part of me. Yeah, even if it's not the best.
I like how you're pointing out that I'm looking at things in a negative way. And I think I definitely need to work on that. But I think for me, in my head, it's all about preventative too.
Oh, yeah.
Because as I'm getting older, just like you said, at that 25 mark, you start feeling things.
Yeah.
Like your knees start, you like, ooh, oh wait, hold up.
But you know what I do with my knees? I dance. I shake my ass. I do. I be at home every day dancing and stretching. And I don't even focus on the working on your knees or working on your calves and stuff. Like I was talking about the fact that I have a gym membership and I still don't go to the gym. And I'm like, I'm going to go cancel that membership because I am not a gym girl. When I was dancing every day, when I was at home, like I would just get up and just dance and dance and dance. I had a 6-pack because I was dancing and I like dancing. Like I'm so flexible right now. Like my ass shaking is just amazing, you know? So it comes when you focus on, okay, I like to feel at ease. I don't want to feel my joints feel weird and stuff, but like you can you burn out, you get agitated, and you get so hard on yourself. And I am a person that's been hard on myself. I'm like a coach, right? But if you have a coach that's like, your knees aren't good, you're chubby, you're this, you're that, you know, it's going to make the player feel sad. I want you to get in shape so you're able to reach your goals. I want you to get in shape. I just told somebody, I was like, Beyonce and Tina Turner, Angela Bassett, they were dancing every day. They're brick houses. They practice every single day, right? And what are they doing? Practicing. They're working at their craft. What's tailored to like be best in their life? Sometimes you're not even going to be a performer, but you just want to be fit. So it's like, where does that fitness fit into your life? Like, are you living a life that wants you to be fit? Maybe you should, you know, probably implement something that you want to do in your life if you want to be more fit. 'Cause you can go on hikes. You know, you don't have to have a 6-pack. You don't have to have the flattest stomach. Like, yeah. I hope I'm not talking in circles, but literally for me, I used to be so strict on myself. And even if I don't have the 6-pack that I had last year, I'm like, girl, you fine. You fine as hell.
Yeah, that's the self-love.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to kind of wrap us up with giving advice to the girl right now who's watching you and she's looking at you and she's like, wow, like she's going after her dreams.
Yeah.
She's singing, she's dancing every day, she's staying vibrant, she's beautiful. And she is just sitting there like, I want to be like her. What is your advice on just, I guess, her getting to that next step?
I say get into you.
And how?
Everything that you want is inside of you. You have to meditate. You have to rest. You have to be able to think. Create room in your life where you can think about where you want to go. Also create space to think about who you are, to practice who you are. Boundaries are definitely something like that too. If you're in environments where you're not allowed to be yourself, that's a struggle for me too. Like I work. I have a problem because I've been an entrepreneur and I've done a lot musically. I've gotten some big things under my belt, but then I go into workspaces where I feel so small. And I'm like, how can I make this experience tailored to me? How can I make this a me experience? And once you're experiencing life as yourself, then you get the game plan. It's all about alignment. If you align yourself with things, if something's not agreeing with you, remove yourself. Add things to your life that reflect you. You know, if you're a bright, colorful person, use flowers. Like bring flowers into your life. I burn candles because they make me feel so relaxed and so centered. I can dig into myself. I clean up my house sometimes when I'm stressed. I sleep when I'm tired. I sleep when I'm tired. I dress up. I do my makeup when I want to feel good. That's another thing. Some girls literally be like, oh, I want to love myself without makeup. And then they stop wearing the makeup and they start feeling ugly. Like, girl, if you don't put on your damn makeup and, you know, like everything that you do with yourself, to yourself, that is your experience. So just tailor your experience to you. And once you know yourself, and you can still learn yourself, as you're learning yourself, you learn who you are on the inside. It starts reflecting what you put on the outside. And then if I'm an artist and I want to sing and I dress up at home and stuff like that, I want to share that with the world. If I want a brand, I want a business, if I want all of this stuff, I need to figure out how can I put that out to the world, but it has to come from inside of you. So I just say, like, I'm not saying focus on the positive, but I'm saying stop focusing on the negative. Don't pick at yourself. Turn your weaknesses into your strengths. A lot of times what you're looking at as a weakness isn't even a weakness. It's just natural. It's life. You mentioned generational curses earlier, and we didn't talk about like people have to break patterns or cycles. That's another thing. And sometimes I feel set back because I have my own family dysfunction and stuff like that. But I'm like, it has made me so strong, and my dreams are so big, and I have to be this strong person to get to where I want to go. And, you know, I might look at other people that might have had it easier, whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not your life. You've been through this. You've grown from this. Look at how I move. Look at how I talk. Like, I think the best thing about me is my confidence. My confidence gets me so far. My confidence gives me hope. My confidence gives other people hope. Sometimes my confidence will rub off on somebody else and I won't even be feeling confident. That same person can turn around and inspire me. You just have to be yourself and project it. When you project who you are, it starts bouncing back. You start projecting and it starts reflecting. Whatever's reflecting that's not bad, that's what you need to work on. But, you know, I got to work on that. It's okay.
I see a lot of me in you, and I think one of the questions I get a lot is like, well, it's easier for you to feel confident. You look like that. Like, you look beautiful. You look like this. Like, it's easier for you to show up as somebody confident. And I'm always just like, but you aren't even trying. Like, you aren't trying to be your best self. Like,
no, I definitely
like, I try so hard.
Because I'm like, for me, I'm a hot bitch. I'm always going to be that. You need to find that in yourself. And you know what? There's some girls in this world that aren't even that physically attractive, but their confidence makes them beautiful. Like, I think femininity is definitely a conversation that people talk about. And for me, what's beautiful to me is how a woman carries herself. And just taking care of yourself overall. And then to that person that goes, you look like this, you're beautiful. I used to fight a lot in school. I used to beat ass because people would pick on me all the time, and I didn't even think I was that cute. I didn't even realize I was a target because I was that cute. I remember a girl, she was like, oh, you're only cute because you're light skinned. I'm like, bitch, I'm brown. Like, do you want to fight? Like, that was literally my upbringing. I had to fight people for my sister. I didn't realize how beautiful I was. You know, there was times where I was bullied. I couldn't dress sometimes. Like, when I had first moved to Georgia, I was moving around so many different places. I couldn't even develop who I was. You know, and I would be in places where I was just uncomfortable. And it's crazy because the things that people love about me now, the way that I dress, the way that I'm so animated, and I think I'm the biggest weirdo, but I'm like, y'all like my weird ass. You like my weird ass. You like it now? Like, be you. Like, figure out what you like. Get in your bag.
I think it's because you found the confidence in it.
Yeah.
Like, you can see it as like, oh, no, this is...
If I'm confident in myself and I'm feeling myself, if the things that I do make me happy, I'm not concerned about you at all. Like, I hope that you find happiness. I hope that you find something that makes you feel pretty. Because even if, like, there's so many beautiful women in this world, there's going to be somebody that looks better than me. You know, there's going to be somebody that can dress better than me. And what I do, because I have beautiful family, I have beautiful friends, I have beautiful everything. I learned from I have a whole bunch of beautiful friends. And it's funny because if you'll sit here and you talk to beautiful people, you realize you're insecure about that. And you know what I do? I'm like, let me help you with this, girl. And then she's like, let me help you with this, sis. And it's literally a balance. Like, build each other up. And you don't have to build everybody up. Some people just not your people. And if you a hater, you gonna be a hater, go ahead, hate. You don't need to be around me. I don't need to convince you to like yourself. I don't need to convince you to like me because I like me and I need you to like you. But if you don't, that's your prerogative. Like, bye, Dusty. Like, this is what it is. And Dusty ain't even looking dusty. Dusty is how you feel about yourself. You feel dusty. Sorry, sis.
That's the secret sauce. When you just like everything you doing and who you are and what you doing for work, everything just about your life. It's funny that you just attract those people.
Yeah.
The better people that you want around you.
I've seen people think, especially in workplaces, this is one thing in workplaces, people have looked at me and made assumptions about who I am because of how I look, or think I'm uppity, and you know what, they turn around and they look just like me the next day.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I'm happy that I inspired you, because I inspired you to do something that, we're girls, like, shit, I'm not gonna hate on you if you get your nails done like me. Now, if you get your nails done like me and you try to, oh, bitch, you're gonna be like, nah, you need to calm that shit down. But, like, you know, I've seen it. I've seen instant reactions, and I'm like, okay, you look cute. Yeah, go ahead, girl.
You got that from me.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm happy for you. If I inspire, because I got it from somebody else. Right. I've been inspired by other things, and you probably haven't had the luxury. So, like, take it in, soak it in. Learn to love yourself.
Look at you doing good for the world.
Me being my best self is doing great for the world.
Yep.
Think about it. If everybody was in their bag, minding their business, being their best self, they would not worry about what the next person was doing. And if you did see somebody that had something that you wanted, and you know, everybody copies off of do what you want to do. If I want to try that, I want to try that. But the thing is, we're all individuals, because there's things different about me. We can look the same, but there's things about me that you don't have, and there's things about you that I don't have. Like, everybody's different.
All right, so Sophia, it was amazing getting to know you and talking to you today. I think you provided everybody with tons of information. If by the end of this podcast you don't know how to get your life even on track, I don't know where you've been.
And you know what? My life isn't even 100% on track, but I'm making strides. And
your mindset's there.
Yeah.
Your mindset's there.
Your mindset grows things. So.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace.